I hope one of the things that if you're watching this, which I hope is the case, years in the future, if not tens, 20, 30, 40, 50 years in the future, that artificial intelligence is something that is not used for negative purposes. That's what I hope. I think I'll be wrong though. And if you're watching this in the future, I appreciate it. Hopefully, many of the dumb things that I've said on this particular podcast and all of my podcasts, my boring shows, my lack of talent, I hope that you can see that the topics that I talked about specifically on this show, I truly care about. I truly think these things are important. And I truly think that artificial intelligence can be something that can help our civilization. But I don't know what to do to stop it from getting out of control. And hopefully, with this podcast, I can get to a point where I can have people on the show who are more qualified than I am to speak on this issue. I don't know. I don't know how hopeful I am of the future. I think of the world that my kids are going to grow up in and their grandkids. All this stuff happening overseas in America and overseas, the violence, the death and destruction that's happening on our planet. I don't have hope for the future of this planet. I don't know if we'll become a type 2, type 3 civilization where we're able to not only branch out from our planet, but branch out from our solar system, colonize our own galaxy. I don't think that's going to happen for us. And that stinks. Maybe it doesn't happen for any civilization. Maybe there is a what is referred to as the great filter where society gets to a point, a civilization gets so advanced, but then it just can't progress past it, whether it's they don't have enough resources or there's a natural disaster or they kill each other. I'm not sure. There's many people who are much wealthier and much poorer than I am. There's people who are having a lot better and a lot worse lives than myself. And I hope with this podcast in particular and with the podcast in general that I can give people some hope, give people some entertainment. Because I think the topics that I talk about most of the times are important. Sometimes not to me, sometimes not to you, maybe. But I hope you find some value out of what I say. And if you have a different view on the things I say, if you disagree with conclusions that I come to on a certain topic, sports is a great example, but also with wanting to go to Mars, wanting to go to the moon. If you think we should stay right here and figure out our own problems, I'd agree with you in some aspect. We're not perfect. And I think about Carmela over here as she's sleeping. One of the things I think about quite frequently, especially with her, is she's not going to be here forever. She's 15 years at most of being in my life, and that sucks. But my advice as a 25-year-old idiot would be to appreciate the times that you have when you're young. Appreciate the times that you have when you're middle aged. Appreciate the times that you have when you're old. Because you're going to look back and I can see it now. See me when we're at the vet on her final days, saying goodbye to her and thinking back to all the memories of taking her out on a walk in Pittsburgh and when we first got her and took her home in a car, me and my wife. our first birthday, all of this stuff. It's going to flash back. I think the same for people in my family, my friends. Unfortunately, in this universe, time doesn't stop. We've not figured a way how to slow it down yet. So enjoy the time that you have here. If somebody cuts you off in traffic, don't curse them out. Be appreciative that they're on this earth at the same time as you are, even though they're acting like a dick in the moment. Yeah, they flipped you off. Who cares? What are you driving in? You're able to afford a car. You're able to drive. You have a job. You have a place that you have to go to. You have people that care about you. Somebody cutting you off in traffic isn't that big of a deal. And guess what? That person that cut you off in traffic, they have a family. They have people that they care about. And that's awesome. It's amazing that we're able to share experiences with, in this city alone, Pittsburgh, hundreds of thousands of people. And these hundreds of thousands of people have lineages that go back tens, if not hundreds of thousands of years to a common ancestor. And we're all here because the world hasn't ended yet. And it's gotten close very many times. And it will in the future a lot of times as well.